Hey everyone, it's me, Wing Rocker here again, and today I'm here to bring you the Wing review on the Hero Factory Invasion from Below Wave 1 set, Jaw Beast vs Stormer. Here we have the set here again, and we are going straight to the action by opening up the bag and show you the parts. Alright, here are all the parts sorted out, and pause the video if you want to see them one at a time. So yeah. Let's see what new stuff we got in 2014, and then we will see which parts are recolored and things. Let's see. Ooh, the new minifigure parts of Stormer. Spoiler alert, I will build the minifigure first in my building progress. It's not really a spoiler, but I'm actually going to do that. So, what can you do? Anyways, that's all of it. All of Stormer minifigure forms parts right over here, and right here are all the parts of Jaw Beast. Let's see what new stuff we got. We start with the headpiece, which looks really cool, and I am extremely surprised that the eyes are not stickered, they are printed, which LEGO sometimes use stickers in most of the Hero Factory sets, but this is printed, which I prefer more. I hate stickers because sometimes you can't stick the eyes right and then they fell off lately and the set won't look right. But it's printed, so that's good. And here's the lower jaw piece, and that also looks very well. It is very well sculpted, and yeah, it feels good in hand. And that's that. Here we have the new blade pieces for 2014, and we got 3 of them in jet black, and you can use them as sword pieces. Not really, maybe, you know, some side wrist blades or something like the new Goblin from the old Spider-Man 3 or something. I don't know. Hope we get more of them eventually. And ooh, look at this gorgeous piece. We have these short as bones, but in clear, transparent, light blue. It looks really cool. I love these clear pieces. Hope we will get more in the later future, and that's that. We have a size 4 black armor piece, but this is printed in a new printing emblem. And let's see, is that goo or something? Maybe not. It's some sort of an ice pattern. I don't know. It looks really cool. Love the new printing pictures on that. And finally, we have these new creature feet that was used in, you know, Ninjago Mech Dragon, if I recall. And it looks really cool. This is the small size. We will get to the big size later. So yeah, we get 2 of them right over there. And let's see what parts are recolored. Like this piece, I never seen them in light blue before. I only see them in black, silver, but this is new. This is a new color. I hope I'm right, or things like that. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments below, but please don't be rude to me. But I think it's a new color, if I'm right or anything. Let's see. Let's wait and see. And we have these new colored spikes in deep purple, and we get 7 of them. 1 of them is an extra, I guess. And we get the small size body with no shoulder connecting, and that's nothing too special there. Alright, here are all the special parts and the new recolored parts of Jaw Beast vs Stormer, and let's get to the building progress. And Jaw Beast is complete. As always, let's do some size comparison so you could tell how tall Jaw Beast is. On the left you could see my Transformers Dark on the Moon Bumblebee, and on the right you could see my Self-Mock Leon. As you could tell here, Jaw Beast is about the same height as a deluxe Transformer. But again, the sentence I always say, it depends on which Transformer you buy. If it's locked down from Transformers Animated, he'll be even taller than Jaw Beast, so be cautious. Now you know how tall Jaw Beast is. Alright, now let's get to the main meat of my reviews. Opinion Strike, to show you what I think about these designs. Let's start with Jaw Beast first. His head is very well sculpted. I love how purple and black clashes together so well, and the red eyes make him look really deadly. As for articulation here, it can move up really high like that, and it can move down, but it gets stuck because of this armor right over here, so that's kind of frustrating. And it can move right, it can move left like that, and for the neck, it can move right, of course, it can move left like that. So even though it can't move down because of this armor piece right there, it still has some articulation. That's good. It does have articulation on the jaw, but get ready for this. This is not what you like. Hear that clicking sound? Yep. The jaw is ratcheted, which is not what I prefer, because I am extremely afraid that the sound will change and then I think I broke the jaw, and that's not good. I think LEGO should have made this jaw to move freely, unlike this ratcheted design, but it's still pretty good, but just not a good choice. And if you notice, on the back, like Jang pointed out, it is empty. Yep, the back jaw is empty. In the show, Jaw Beast ate Stormer and then went back to the underground. But see that? That's not going to work in the toy, because if he ate Stormer inside there and then he falls out of the jaw, and that's gonna be hilarious. So I wish they closed that up, but they didn't, which is kind of disappointing, but LEGO designed it. What can you do? Blame them. But I don't think you want to. Anyways, let's keep moving on. Next up is the chest, which is the armor piece right here, and we don't need to be too genius right here, since this is the only printed piece here, and the chest is really plain, so let's skip that really quickly. There's no chest articulation. Why would chest have articulation? That's hilarious too. There is no waist articulation, since most Hero Factory sets use the exact same body design, so nothing too crazy right there. Then we get to the arms. The arms, as always, the color scheme works very well, and I love these new blades. These new blade pieces, which turns into his arms, looks like he's a blade assassin, that he can move really fast and then he could slash everything out of his way, and that looks really cool if he really is an assassin. For articulation here is, wow, crazy, just crazy. For this joint, it can move upwards, it can move downwards, it can move right just a little bit, it can move left just a little bit there, and it can rotate, of course. For this part of the joint, it can go left, it can go right, and it can rotate, of course. And yeah, it can go upwards like that. As for this part, it can fold in very nicely, so it looks like he's, he's ready to strike, and that's very nice. And yeah, the arms have a lot articulation, so you can make some unique poses right there. The only thing I like to say is that the spikes, in my opinion, are not going the correct way. but that's not a big problem, so let's just leave it there. Then we get to the legs. The legs are really short since they're only double jointed, and then one of the joints is the shortest bone they have made for Hero Factory. Once again, the color scheme works very well, so there's nothing too surprised there. So let's go straight to articulation. For this joint, it can move upwards, but why would Jobbies even do that to hurt his leg? On backwards, and I don't even need to explain anymore, like that. Can move right, like that. Can move left here, so it's the same for this leg. And can move just a little bit inwards and backwards right there. On the knee, it can move upwards, so he does have a knee, but it's just really short. Can move backwards, like that, over there. On the feet, it can move upwards, can move backwards, and left, right, just a little bit right there. So the legs do have some articulation like the arms. So, yeah. On the back, nothing too special, just a black armored piece with a purple spike there. It does have a little bit of articulation. It can move left and right, but that's basically it. Last but not least, the tail. Again, nothing too crazy. It's built like this. Articulation here. It can move upwards. It can move downwards, but just a little bit because when he's standing, that's kind of limited like that. And it can move. Yeah, it can rotate 360 degrees. So that's that. Over and all, Jobbies is a really great figure here since he has a lot of articulation on the arms and legs. He is really articulated, that's all I can say. The only complaint here is the head problem. The head problem is the thing that Jobbies doesn't, stand out well. Not really stand out well. He's still a really great figure, but head problem messes that up. So, yeah. But it's still a really great figure. It just needs to fix that head problem, and that's what I think about it. And of course, we could never forget the cute, adorable Stormer minifigure. Let's take articulation out of the way first, since all Hero Factory minifigures share the same way. I'm not going to repeat this, I will skip this in my later reviews. The head can move left and right, but that's basically it. Only about 15 to 25 degrees if I'm right. There is no neck articulation, so you can't rock action dun 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 dun. Nope, you can't do that. There is no waist articulation, which is obvious since the skeleton inside there is designed like that. For the arms, they can move forward and backward there. That's all it can go. That's it. There is no bicep articulation. There is no wrist articulation, which is really frustrating because that limits the poses very much since you cannot hold his weapon, his spear, in two hands. That's really disappointing. As for the legs, they can move backwards like that and frontwards like that, and they have no knees. There is no knee articulation, there is no feet articulation, so that's basically it for the articulation here. Now, here's something I do have to demonstrate. It is really hard to pose these guys when they're running or walking or something. It is basically mission impossible. Here, I'll demonstrate. I'll pose it like this and then, yep, he falls over. No matter how you pose this figure, it always falls over. Look. Yep, I'm right. It always falls over, which is not good since the articulation is already that limited, and since the articulation is that, yeah, the poses are extremely limited. So it's not a good design. The poses are limited so much that the only thing you can do is stand. It's stand there. That's it. That's basically it. Which is not what I prefer to the minifigures. I mean, at least the original Lego minifigures, they can move their wrists, so they can move their, they can hold their weapons in two hands. But this one, the Hero Factory minifigures, they can't. But if you look at this in design, it actually does it really well. The Stormer helmet is really cool. It's from the 4.0 Breakout series, if I'm right. And the shoulder armor looks really cool. The waist armor looks really cool. And this is a new Hero Factory emblem, if I recall, since last year's Hero Core is not like this. And he holds a data pad on his left arm and the original spear weapon on his right arm, or right hand if I should say. And yeah, overall, Stormer in minifigure form may not be good in articulation and posability, and I think this is the same for the rest of the team. But for design, Stormer does a great job. I hope every single Hero Factory minifigure does its job on design as well. And it just fall over again. There we go. So yeah, for posability and articulation, bad, but for design, it's good. So yeah, you could take it as a wash if you want. Over and all, do I like this set? The answer is yes. I love it. I love this set. Almost everything in this set. It is really worth your $10. Jawbeast is a very, very cool villain, or at least a beast character. He wins in color scheme, he wins in articulation, he wins in posability. He is that awesome. Sometimes small sets can win big sets, and it appears Jawbeast actually did that. The only problem, of course, as always, is the head problem. If they fix the ratcheted problem, the back jaw empty problem, the articulation block problem, he'll be even better. As for Stormer, even though his articulation and posability is limited so much, the design is awesome. That's all I can say. Lego did a very, very great job. If he was more articulated, I promise, Invasion from Below will be a very, very great success. But all the minifigures are like this, so what can you do? But yeah, the design is just great. That's all I could say about Stormer. And he is one of the main characters after all, so yeah. So I give this set 8 out of 10. If they fix the problems I have said on the front of the video, this set will be epic. But to be honest, there is no Lego set that's perfect. They do have its own mistakes. But yeah, we could fix those mistakes with our mocking skills. And yeah, we could enjoy our joy from these sets, no matter what time it is, no matter when, and no matter where you bought this set. This is worth it. This is worth it. It's that awesome. That's all I could say about it. And that's basically it. That's my review of Jawbeast vs. Stormer. If you like, you can subscribe to my channel because it is currently uploading some new stuff lately. Maybe yes, maybe not. Next up is Rocket's Stealth Machine, and I will make that review probably few hours later, or maybe tomorrow, Friday. And maybe, let me think. Maybe think of a schedule or something. I don't know. Anyways, next is Rocket's Stealth Machine. It's not Splitter Beast, it's Rocket's Stealth Machine. So please don't rush me or anything. So yeah. Also, you can follow me on social network like Google Plus and Skype if you like. And the name is Wing Rocka. As always, just type Wing Rocka and maybe I'll chat to you if I have time. Thank you so much for watching. This is Wing Rocka signing out. See you guys next time.